Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome back to Football Heritage TV. PAZ off the table. Apparently, PAZ does not want to join Spurs and Real Madrid would not have it. Pointless, absolutely pointless from Spurs yet again. And if that wasn't bad enough, Spurs apparently, whoever you believe at this stage, we are the worst team in the transfer market ever. Spurs apparently have offered for Bayer Leverkusen central defender Piero Hincapie, and we are offering on a year loan with an obligation to buy and pay out his release clause next summer. Look, I've been watching various YouTube channels this morning. And yeah, meltdown, get it. The meltdown for me isn't, it's just an ongoing meltdown for me. It's not about Hincapie. It's genuinely not about Hincapie. It's just about why wait until 7 days of the window to go? Why wait? Just to make it clear, we have 7 days, 5 hours and 20 minutes. 7 days, 5 hours and 20 minutes. And at the moment, I'm seeing people try and spin that this window's not been bad. Let's be brutally honest. This has been an absolute shit show of a window. We have replaced one winger with another, and we've added a DM on loan. I mean, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Let's keep it real. We can spin this all we want. We have got a fantastic coach. We have got a fantastic manager. And have we backed him? In no way, shape or form has this man been backed. We'll get to the Alistair Golds. We'll get to the Ornsteins and we'll get to the Romanos in a minute. Don't worry. Don't worry. But it's just hard work, isn't it? It's just hard work. And I've got no more rope to give the club. I've got no more rope. I've got no more meeting in the middle. I've got no more. I've genuinely got no more. It's 7 days. This time next week, we will be sitting here with 5 hours of the window to go. They have to pull some rabbits out the hat. And yes, there's a football food chain. I've talked about it all the time. Yes, I don't expect us to compete. I said with Eze, brilliant, get the deal done. I said the moment Arsenal come in for him, it's done. And it was done. He wants to go to Arsenal. Fans saying just put more money down than Arsenal. The player didn't want to come to Spurs. So we have to understand. I get it. If we're in for Hincapie and so are Arsenal, I fully expect him to go there. But Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool and City can't buy everybody. There is a whole big market out there. There is a whole world of footballers. There are so many good footballers out there. So this just doesn't add up for me anymore. We tried. We got gazumped. Sure. Okay. Well, you know that if you put in a bid for Hincapie, other clubs are going to come in for him. Sure. You know that. But that's why you have 4, 5, 6 options, right? For example, why didn't we go for a De Winter who's gone to Milan now? Why didn't we go for a player like that? If you wanted another centre-half, why have we waited until the last 7 days of the window? Why have we waited until the last 7 days of the window? Now, listen, do we need a centre-half? I mean, we can debate it all we want, but we've heard all window that we do. We've heard that Thomas Frank wants one. That's fine. But we need a winger. We need a playmaker. Where are these players? Where are these players? The Eze deal failed on what? Wednesday? The Eze deal flopped on Wednesday. We're now at Monday. Right? The Morgan Gibbs-White deal flopped about 5 weeks ago. Can someone do me a favor in the chat? Big up to all of you, by the way. Big up to all of you. Can somebody please in the chat tell me the exact day I'll tell you what, how lazy is that? Let me have a look. Spurs signed Mohamed Kudus from West Ham. Let's have a look. The 10th of July. How many days ago was the 10th of July? 46 days. 46 days since we signed our only first team player on a permanent basis. 46 days. It's difficult, isn't it? I'm not angry. I'm not angry about it. I know everyone goes, "Oh, you're angry." I'm not angry. It's just like, what do we? I don't know what we're doing. I don't know why we've waited until now. Like, genuinely, what are we doing? I don't know if this is Levy or Vinay or Lang, Paratici. I don't know. But what are we doing? How can a club in the Champions League sit here with 7 days to go and arguably the squad is exactly the same as last year, minus the goals and assists that we've lost? James Maddison went down injured 4 weeks ago. 4 weeks ago, James Maddison went down injured. 4 weeks, 3.5 weeks, whatever it is. Sonny left at the same time. What are we doing? This isn't about Hincapie, by the way. This isn't about the Hincapie deal. This is about every deal right now, isn't it? Like, we are dreadful in this market. We are terrible. We've got fans saying, right? And I get it. Oh, Savio's not worth 70 million. Right now, we're in a position where we don't have a choice, because this is what happens when you don't plan. When you don't plan, you end up overpaying. Of course, Paulinho is a big change. But we've also lost Maddison for a season. You've lost Son and his goals and output. By the way, Son had to go. The issue is not that Son left. It's that we've not replaced. We got Tell. We got Tell through the door. I mean, really? Really? Is this what we're doing as a football club now? The excuses I'm hearing over and over and over again now. I tried for the first 2 months of this window. I tried to, come on, Spurs. What are we doing? What are we doing? And I get people that message me and go, you're in the mud. We're talking to this player, talking to that player, talking to this player. Okay, cool. Well, where are they? Because they're not signing. Anything Spurs do now is panic. Anything we do now in the last week is panic. It is panic. See, again, Soul Sniper, another one who's not listening. Whether or not I think he was good, he still had a lot of goal contribution. And you've got to replace that. Listen, I know you struggle with this massively every day, mate. Listen, no one's saying we want to keep Son. I didn't say I want to keep Son. But you've got to replace Son. Whether or not I think a player is great, you've got to replace. This is the basics of how football works. Please never work for a football club, Soul Sniper, because you've got some of the worst takes I see on it every single day. Listen, Spurs could announce. Hang on, who's sending me stuff? Who's sending me stuff? We could go out and buy Savio right now. Great. What next? Where is it? Where are the signings? I don't want to be linked to Tyler Dibblings and El Canuses. Where are the signings? Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Maybe he's not worth 70 million. But do you know the problem? You're right again at the end. The board makes us desperate. They've made us look desperate. When we're talking about how much should we pay for this guy? How much should we pay for that guy? We're at the stage where we've got to pay what we've got to pay. We've got to pay what we've got to pay because we've had another crap window. Somebody at this football club decided, let's bring in Tell. Somebody decided, let's bring in Odegaard at 30 million, Tell at 40 million, Gray at 40 million, Solanke at 60 million, Richarlison at 50, 55 million. But then we want to complain about Savio's at 70 million. Oh, I wouldn't pay this. But yet we defend. This is the Spurs fan base. Not all of it. But this is the Spurs fan base. People go, oh, I didn't want Gray. Oh, you're so harsh on young players. 40 million. I'd pay 65, 70 for Savio. Oh, my God. He's not worth that. But you'll quickly jump to the defense of Archie Gray. Like, it's just madness. It's getting tough, isn't it? It's getting tough in these transfer windows year after year after year. And listen, they may in the next, oh gosh, sorry, the dog just knocked my phone off. They may sign some quality players in the last week. Why is it always in the last week? Why has it got to this stage? This isn't, again, I'll say it again. This isn't about Hincapie. Hincapie's the latest in a long line of people that we've been linked with, and I don't think we'll get. It's fine. It's fine. I like Hincapie. I think he's a very good footballer. I'd love him at Spurs, but I don't see it happening because, again, there's no planning. If you wanted Hincapie, why have we waited till 7 days before the window shuts? If you wanted him, why wouldn't you have gone in a month, 2 months ago? Then if you get rejected, you move on to your next target. But why have we waited until there was 3 weeks to go to try and sign Eze? We waited until there was 7 days to go to try and sign Hincapie. I genuinely don't know anymore what the aim is. Like, what is the aim of the club? By the way, as I said, Thomas Frank is a top coach. I have no issue with that. The board did brilliantly. Getting rid of the last manager, bringing in Frank, brilliant. They moved quickly, they moved decisively, and they put their money where their mouth is. But you bring in this guy and then don't back him, it just feels all a bit odd. It feels all a little bit odd. And it's good at the moment on the pitch. It is. And I fully expect that to continue for a couple more games. Wait until we have to start playing 2 games a week. Wait until you get 2 or 3 injuries. It's not good enough. Look at the bench we had the other day. Look at the bench the other day. I mean, Odegaard and Bergvall coming off the bench. I mean, Odegaard and Bergvall are young players who haven't really done anything in football. Is that what we're at? Is that where we're at? Is that where we're at? Odegaard and Bergvall coming off the bench and Solanke. Yeah. Is that really what we're doing? If you don't, listen, when I say back a manager, I'm not saying that you have to give him the greatest footballers in the world, but at least give him a squad of depth. We've got no depth. We're in the Champions League. Who, other than the long-term injuries, other than Madison, Dragoshin, and Kulu, who wasn't in the squad Saturday that would make a difference? Adogi? Okay, cool. Who else? Solomon, Hill, Suma. Like, this is our squad. This is what we've said we're going into the season with as it stands. It can't be that. We can't be that club. Surely we can't be that club. Because Thomas Frank needs bodies. It doesn't matter. All I keep seeing now is, but he's a coach. You've got your coach. He's a coach. Yes, he's a coach. Doesn't mean he doesn't need bodies and numbers. We went and got Kudus, and you think, is this going to be a different window? And it's not, is it? At the moment, it's not. We're saying at the moment, 7 days. 7 days. 7 days, 5 hours, 6 minutes. I mean, who does this? Who waits till this time to go and get all their targets? Who does it? Now, there will be players that Thomas Frank coaches, but there will be players that you can't just coach everyone. Not everyone has got that ability to be coached and reach levels above where they are. Some will, some won't. But you can't just turn around and say, this is the squad for Champions League. Honestly, I'm looking at this squad. So we had 20 players on Saturday, right? In that squad. Vuskovic is going out on loan. That takes it down to 19. Adding Udogie, he'll be back. That's 20. Who else is there? Looks like Basuma's on his way out. Looks like Solomon is. Looks like Hill is. Where's the players? That's the size of our squad. That is the size of our squad. Honestly, I'm looking at it now, right? Hang on, let me have a look at this. So Vuskovic is going out. So all those kids have gone. Brian Hill will probably go. You've got Solanke, Richarlison, no other striker. Johnson, Odebertel, Solomon will go. Hill will go. Basuma, I should think, will go. Madison and Kulu are injured. We've got no players. Oh, Takai. Takai will come in. Matt, just, oh my God, you're unbearable. I don't know how you think we're going to compete for the top 4 when we've got no squad. I genuinely can't do it with that guy anymore. I genuinely can't. When common sense was being handed out, it completely skipped him when he was born. It completely skipped him. Let's go to a few. Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. Mate, listen, I'm with you. If there's Nusa and Asensio and Kang In Lee, where are the bids? Where are the bids? Where are the bids? We can talk and talk and talk all day long about this player's available, that player's available. We've had fans this window that were like, oh, wouldn't want Grealish on a year loan. That's where we're at. Look at our squad, and we're saying no to people like Grealish and Elliott. Absolutely. We are 1 or 2 injuries away from a disaster. Bentancur and Paulinho can't play 60 games this year if we go far in all competitions. Can they? You've got to have a squad. Like, this is common sense. I genuinely don't get it. This is common sense. You've got to have a squad. Look at the numbers at Arsenal. Look at the numbers at Liverpool. Look at the numbers at Chelsea and City. Look at the numbers that these clubs have got. I'm going to block you now, Matt, but you didn't want Frank. You didn't want Frank. You wanted to keep Ange. So I'm not taking anything you say seriously anymore. Is it worth remembering just because we want a player doesn't mean Frank does? Not defending the window, but why haven't we signed XYZ argument isn't relevant? Nah, sorry. Again, you are defending the window. You are defending the window. I'm sorry. There's a whole world of footballers out there that Thomas Frank would want. Come on. Come on. Let's not do this. Let's not do this. This is, you're saying, you know, you're not defending the window. You are, because you're basically saying that Frank doesn't want any players that are out there. Nah, not having it. Not having it. Not having it, mate. Not having it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've got to the stage now where there's too much defending. There's too much defending going on now of this awful transfer window. Let's have a look, shall we? Hang on. What's this about Kobe Mainoo? I thought it might have been us. Let's have a look. I think Florian Plettenberg has just said something. Let's have a look. I'll tell you what, let's have a look and see what Fabrizio Romano was saying. We'll have a look at Ornstein afterwards as well. Bum, bum, bum. By the way, don't forget our sponsors, okjersey.com, for the best replica football shirts out there. And when it asks you if you have a coupon, just type in the word SAVA, SAVVA, 2 Vs. £15 mostly, £15 for a lot of very good replica shirts. So please do get over there and buy a jersey if you haven't already. Thank you. Let's have a look. Where are we? Present, share screen, X. Here we go. So Fabrizio Romano. Where are we? Let's see. What was it? What was it that first came through? We'll look at. When did it first come through? Was that? It must have been earlier than that. There you go. So we got this, didn't we? We got this. Got Tottenham approached by Leverkusen for Piero Hincapie with new proposal. Loan deal with the obligation to buy for around 60 million euros. Same value as the release clause, but to be paid from 2026. Hincapie wants to leave Bayer, and Tottenham also started discussing personal terms. Okay, there we go. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Now, let's see what Alistair Gold said. Alistair. Let's see what Alistair Gold said. He said, just after that tweet, Spurs prioritising a number 10 and a winger in the remaining days of the window. Thomas Frank would also like another centre-back with a belief that Vuskovic would benefit from a loan. I agree. Piero Hincapie does not appear to be a potential signing at this point. Okay. Then Ornstein turned around and said this. Arsenal working to sign. You just knew it. Arsenal working to sign Piero Hincapie from Bayer Leverkusen, subject to player exits. The 23-year-old defender told Bayer of his wish to leave and prioritising Arsenal above others. Efforts ongoing to make fee more realistic than the 60 million clause. Now, I genuinely don't know what's true anymore. But literally within seconds, and listen, it's going to happen, right? It's going to happen. I get it. It's the food chain. Bigger clubs. We all mock Arsenal. They've not won a trophy. We can get better players than us, though, can't they? Like that. We'll have Eze. Boom. We'll have Gyökeres. We'll have Zubimendi. Now we want Hincapie. I get it. So who's planning the transfer window then? If we know that these players are going to be coveted by other clubs, where's plan B? Where's plan C? Where's plan D? Where's plan E? You've got a transfer committee, a recruitment committee. Where are the options? Look how many good players have moved this window. No, Brett, no. I'm not fuming. Please don't mistake this from me. You'd know if I was fuming. I'm just a bit exacerbated, if I'm honest. I'm just a bit like, yeah. Everyone now going, oh, Romano's a fraud. Why? Why is Romano a fraud? No one said Spurs haven't bid because Arsenal want him. Doesn't mean that Spurs haven't gone in for him. I genuinely worry about the people that can't distinguish between two different things being said. I genuinely don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. Wouldn't he be on the bench for Spurs? Wouldn't he be on the bench? I keep seeing this argument. Oh, he'd get no game time at Arsenal. Clearly he would. Clearly he would. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's have a look. Last season. Let's see which defenders that weren't first-team players got time at Arsenal. Here we go. So I'm just looking at the Premier League. So again, people like Matt just say stupid shit all the time. It's such hard work. Right, let's have a look. So, Kiwior last year. 17, 20, 21, 31. Kiwior last year played 31 games for Arsenal Football Club. 31. And why am I using Kiwior? Well, he's not Gabriel or Saliba. 31 games he played. I don't understand how people do not understand that it's a squad game. It's a squad game. When we're saying, oh my God, if he wants to go there, oh my gosh. Well, that says a lot about him. What, go into a better football club than Tottenham Hotspur? Really? Go into a better football club than Tottenham Hotspur? Absolutely, Ryan. Rain, absolutely. This is what I don't get. You can tell how young people are. You can tell how stupid people are as well. Kiwior played 31 games last year. Arsenal are going to play about 60 games of football this year. Hincapie will get game time, whether it's left back, centre back. They will. That's not the issue here, isn't him. We do this all the time. Oh my God, why would a good player want to go to one of the bigger clubs when they won't play? All these players get game time. We did this at Chelsea. Oh, why would Xavi Simons want to go to Chelsea? Oh, let me think. Like, utterly mental. Utterly mental. But they are better. It's not my way of coping. Arsenal are a better football club than Tottenham. They are run better. Yeah, they challenge. Right? They buy top footballers. What part of you, other than the fact you support Spurs, makes you think that Arsenal aren't better than us? What part of you? Just because I'm mature enough to acknowledge that my club isn't better than another club. Of this, I don't doubt. But that wasn't the point that someone was making. Spurs also spent too long on Morgan Gibbs-White. Yep. And that was over, 5 weeks ago, maybe? And we haven't signed anyone on a permanent basis since. But when you say I disagree to an extent with the bigger club argument. Liverpool and Arsenal being so ahead of us now is more to do with them being better run and more ambitious rather than prestige. Who cares what it's about? They're bigger than us. You can disagree with this all you like. Why did Eze choose Arsenal? Why will Hincapie probably choose Arsenal over Spurs if both clubs bid? It's copium. This is copium. This is what we do. We start pretending. Let's have a stick to the main point. Mate, you don't tell me what to do on my own channel. See you later. People don't get... I hate when people come in my channel and go, oh, move on. Do this. Start your own channel. Start your own channel then if you want to tell me what to talk about. Well, you don't have to watch. No, Angus, I completely agree with you. I do completely agree with you. This is what all fans do of all clubs. We want this player. We want this player. Oh, he's gone there. Oh, I didn't really want him anyway. We do. Look how quickly people changed on Gibbs White. Look how happy they were. And then, no, Gibbs White, not sure he was. Oh, Spurs. Listen, got to do something, haven't we? We keep being linked. We keep being rejected. Have the recruitment team not done their homework on who will want to come or what? Well, surely the point is, Dazza, that every team needs a squad, right? Every team needs a squad. That was my point. That was my point, is every club needs a squad. And we're painfully thin on the ground. Look at the subs we're bringing on. Painful. Maybe they're going to be good players in the future, but they're kids. Bang on. Absolutely bang on the money, Rosie. Absolutely bang on the money. When Spurs were finishing second and third, and we were at Champions League finals, that's when you go for these players and go, hey, look at what we're doing here. Right now, everyone's just seeing us get rejected time and time and time again. But again, why would he just end up on the bench? Kiwior played 31 games last year for Arsenal. 31. "31 games, Dan. Come on, man. Like, what are we doing here?" It's literally, you've got no way of knowing that. You've got no way of knowing that. We didn't get him. He went to the bigger club. As I said to you, the moment Spurs are in for a race with Arsenal for Eze, he's going to Arsenal. You assured me it wouldn't happen. You assured me we can get him above them. You assured me. You told me we're getting him above Arsenal. Told you. If Arsenal want him and bid, you're not getting him. This is a really weird comment. I think that a lot of fans don't like the truth. Not my truth, the truth. Bigger clubs are going to get players in front of us. I made my peace with that many years ago. But I then move it over to the recruitment team. Say, okay, if you know this, where are the options? Where are the options? Why didn't we go and buy a De Winter who moved to AC Milan? He was 25, 30 million. Good player. Very good defender, De Winter. Why didn't we go for him? Absolutely. Absolutely this. There is a massive disconnect somewhere in this football club between the recruitment team and getting players signed. Big up, mate. Said our fans deserve better with the money your club make. How have you only done one signing? Well, one permanent signing, one loan deal, and then I mean you can talk about Takai. It's tough, isn't it? Let me do some super chats. It's tough. It's really, really tough. The problem is, though, we've got a lot of people who are in denial. A lot of people are in denial. We should get this player above Arsenal. Should we? Why? Why should we? I got told Eze will come, and he didn't. Morgan Gibbs-White didn't come. Doesn't look like Hincapie will be here. So where are we looking? Where else are we looking? PAZ. Sava, why do you keep saying we had an easy run to the Europa League? Because we did. Quite simple. I don't know what Chelsea have got to do with that. Chelsea had to play Slavia Prague, Ruben Kazan, Steaua Bucharest, Basel, Benfica to win their first Europa League. Okay. What's that got to do with anything, mate? I don't understand. People like this, I don't understand. It's got nothing to do with what we're talking about, and I don't know the point he's making. Daniel, but you're missing the point. Dan, sorry, mate. Love you to bits, but you're missing the point. You're missing the point. Big clubs build squads. Squads. Only Spurs fans ask questions like this. Where does he start? Come on, man. Where does he start for us? I don't know. I don't know, mate. I could go and have a look. Be interesting to see. I don't know, mate. If anybody could tell me how many he starts, I don't know. I don't know. To be honest, I don't really care. Like, it just, when people say players won't play, all it takes is one injury to Saliba or Gabriel, and the guy's in for the season. So I just think it's mad. Yeah, it wasn't a lot. I think it was like 25 million, wasn't it? Let's have a look. De Winter, who he plays for Milan, doesn't he? Italy. AC Milan. Squads. Transfer. 20 million euros. 20 million euros. What, 16, 17 million quid? Mad. There's good players across the world, but we just can't seem to scout them. Yes, but the player has to want to come. The player has to want to join. Said this before. I remember when the first thing everyone did was say, right, go and outbid Palace for Eze. Eze wanted to join Arsenal. You could go and bid another 10 million. Palace were going to sell him to Arsenal because the player wanted to go to Arsenal. What the player wants really does matter. It really does. Look, I'm just a bit, yeah, I've been told all window, be patient. The window's not shut. Be patient, Sava. The window's not shut. You're very negative, Sava. What I am negative about is the fact that there are only 243 likes and 1,000 of you inside. 1,000 of you inside. I've got no doubt we will sign some players, guys. I've got no doubt. But right now, I'm looking at it and going, what are the caliber of those players going to be? Because right now, if we go and buy Savio, for example, great, quality player. Can't just be Savio. We need a squad. We need a squad. We need a squad. I've got people messaging me yesterday. Some bloke called Kobe messaging me yesterday going, You don't know a player. El Canusis class. And I'm sitting there thinking, this is where we're at. This is what Spurs fans have been dragged to. By the way, when I said we need better than that, it's, you've never seen him play. Sure, I've never seen him play. If ever you don't agree with someone on a player's ability, you've not seen him. That old chestnut. You've never watched them play. Yeah, I never watched Leicester City last year. Could well be. The Lord created the world in 7 days. If the Lord can create the world in 7 days, and Tottenham haven't signed a permanent footballer for 46 days, embarrassing. The Lord won, Daniel Levy nil. Right, let me do some super chats. I'm genuinely just a little bit, meh. It's the excuses, just excuse after excuse. Yes, a 10 and a winger. A 10 and a winger is what we should be prioritizing. Thank you, Doodle. Big up, Sabbath. Always well spoken. I smoke a lot, but some of the things people say in here, that's something different. Honestly, mate. Honestly, when I first started YouTube, I just thought people were trolling. I can't believe some of the dumb stuff you hear. It's unbelievable. It's copium. It's copium. Look, talking to people who say dumb shit, Danky Doodle. Look, dibbling. 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 This guy wants dibbling. Mate, he's not really, he's not a Spurs fan. He's just so silly. Oh. Yep. Tell Odeber. This is the level. This is the level we can attract, apparently. This is the level we can attract. Oh. Listen, top clubs. And right, so, okay, let me ask then. So, Dean, who does he start in front of, Van der Ven or Romero? Which one of those becomes a sub? There you go. I'll ask the question to everyone in the chat. Which one of those two does he replace every game? Because that's what we're accusing Arsenal of. Savra, you in the mud? For what? In the mud for what? Everything I've said's come true this window. I don't know what I'm in the mud for. Yes, the Spurs 5 is tonight. Yes, it is. Super chats. Let's have a look. Big up to Rodney. Thank you very much, Rodney. He said, big up, Sava. Let's just close the damn window. Yeah, that's how I feel right now. Let's close that window because right now it's just one embarrassment after the other for Tottenham Hotspur, isn't it? So absolutely, completely agree with you, Rodney. Big up to you, my man. Thank you very much for the super chat. Big up to Ethan, who has been a member for 12 months. Happy birthday. Happy first birthday on the channel, Ethan. So all my excitement for the season has dissipated. You know what? Thomas Frank keeps it alive for me. But to not give this man the squad he needs is criminal. Absolutely criminal. Big up to you, Ethan. Really appreciate you. Big up to Lee, my man. He said, looking fresh. Well, I'm not sure about that. I'll be honest, I had a few last night. So today was a little bit hazy when I woke up. But quickly snapped out of that with all the Spurs news. Big up to you, my man. Thank you very much. Ethan, coming again, very generous, Ethan, and said, whenever a deal is described as difficult, for whatever the perceived reasons, we never get the deal done. Yeah. Ethan, I can't disagree with you in any way, shape or form. Absolutely. It's just Spurs. It's just what we do. It is Spurs. Big up to you, my man. So generous. And if that wasn't generous enough, Ethan, you've come in again. Ethan's coming again. And even bigger super chat. Thank you very much, my man. Said, I know the need for an attacking mid was exacerbated by the Maddison injury, but if you believe reports and the Morgan Gibbs-White fiasco, we were already in for that position. And therefore, excuses should no longer fly. Absolutely. There should be no excuses. There should be no excuses. We shouldn't have waited until Maddison went down to start talking to Eze. Now, would he have gone to Arsenal? I don't know. Would Arsenal have put in a bid anyway? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But you're right. No excuses, mate. No excuses. Big up to you, my man. Big up to Martin. Oh, nearly the 2-year anniversary, Martin. Big up to you, mate. Said he is a good coach, but he's not a miracle worker. Absolutely. This is what is going to get thrown at him every time we lose a game. But I thought he was a good coach. But I thought he's not a miracle worker. He's not. Spurs have 7 days to stop him having to be a miracle worker. Big up to you, Martin. Really appreciate you, my man. Andy Lester says, simple really, he's a coach with not enough players. Absolutely. He is a coach that hasn't been given enough footballers for a Champions League campaign. Champions League, Premier League, FA Cup, League Cup. Madness. Big up to you, Andy. Really appreciate it, my man. Mark Taylor said, not enough meat on the bones, Savin this squad. Mark, do you know what it is at the moment? It's like, you know, if you ever go to a restaurant, I don't know if any of you find this. When I go to a restaurant, I like a rack of ribs, but I'm always tentative about buying them because sometimes when that rack of rib comes, you're like, where's the meat? Like, you know, they're very, very thin on the ground. That's what I feel Spurs is. Got some good players, got a great coach. Tactically, we're going to be astute. But where's the meat? Where's the meat on my rack of ribs? Big up to you, my man. Can't agree more. Big up to S19991. Said, I would love to be a fly on the wall in the recruitment meetings, try and understand how they come to the shocking conclusions the club makes, i.e. deciding Solanke is worth 65 million and Savio isn't. I would love it. I would love to spend a day at Spurs. Just sit in the corner, not speak, and listen. And just listen. Just listen to Lang, Paratici, the analysts, Levy. Just listen to all of them sit around. I'd love to know who said, yeah, let's wait till the last 7 days of the window. It's just utter incompetence from Tottenham Hotspur again. Big up to you, my man. Thank you very much. Very, very generous. Big up to Rodney. He's come back in and said, don't forget, Jesus done miracles in 7 days. Well, maybe we should hire Jesus as our director of football. Look, it's tough. Rodney, you listen, I've supported this, I'm sure you are. I've supported this club for 40 years. And just when you think, is the tide turning? Are we going to mix up what we do? And what will happen is we'll sign a couple in the last week and people will go, there you go, all the panic, over. But it's just, why so late? Why so late? Just don't get it. Big up to you, Rodney. Big up. Chubby Funster. Thank you very much. Very generous. Said Sava, like I said a month ago, Spurs need a real director of football. Completely agree. Look at what Berta has done for us in only a few months. If not, you'll get left behind even more. Well, Chubby Funster, as I said, if you do not have the competent pieces of the puzzle will always be incomplete. Always. That's what we are. We get a great coach. Brilliant. Some really good youngsters. Brilliant. Where's the attack? Where's the attacking options? Completely agree. Completely agree. Big up to you, my man. Thank you very much. Big up to Lucy. Good morning to you. I said renewing contracts is our signings every year. Yeah. I mean, Spence, isn't it funny? The Spence and Romero news was like, was it 24, 48 hours before Eze didn't happen? The cynic in me says it's as though they might have known this was going to happen. The cynic in me is almost saying they knew Arsenal had renewed interest. I don't know. Maybe I am cynical, but we see it every year. Thank you, Lucy. Really appreciate that. Thank you. And not sure about not being a miracle worker. He's got 2 goals and 1 assist out of Richarlison in 2 games. He might just be a miracle worker. Look, it's a long season though, right? And I know that, I mean, I had people messaging me yesterday going, Sava, look how great Sarr is and you didn't rate him. It's like, okay, cool. But let's see it over a year. Same with Richarlison for me. Let's see this every week. It's okay saying, look, 2 or 3 good games in a row. But let's see this over a season. Let's see this over a season, shall we? Big up to you. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Oh, gosh, while I've been doing that, I've got over 198 messages in the chat. Look, I think you'll get Savio and Harvey Elliott. Well, look, Harvey Elliott's not gone anywhere. I definitely have him in our squad. We need players. We need players. We definitely need players. It's a mess. Like I told you, Wolfie, the other day when I was on, again, this is where football fans, we were on the other day, and I was saying that Spurs have had a nightmare window, and you've got people in that chat like Joe going, oh, no, I think you've had a good window. It's like, in what way? In what way? Like, I don't understand what we've done that people think this is a good window. It's a bit of a joke. It's a bit of a joke. Hey, it is what it is. Elliot said, we are a big club. We can attract players. Let's get a move on. Well, we can, but not above the Arsenals, the Chelseas, the Liverpools and Cities. That's what I've always argued, and I've always been told I'm wrong, but I'm right. Players won't choose Chelsea, Arsenal. Sorry, players won't choose us over those bigger clubs. They won't. Why would they? Hey, it is what it is. I don't know. What has Romano made up? I don't know what Romano's making up. We keep blaming Romano. What has Romano made up? Romano's not made anything up. Has he? Don't know. Rooty 2. Said Lookman is a good shout. He was born here and has played for England. No brainer. No brainer. I don't know. Has he been talked about in any recruitment meetings? I don't know. It's a no-brainer for me. Maybe we do. Maybe we go in for him with 7 days to go. Who knows? Completely agree. Completely agree. Completely agree. Rome wasn't built in a day, but burnt down in a day. Look, there's too many excuses for me across the fan base. Too many excuses. Let's call it for what it is. It's incompetent. To let it get to this stage of the window, it's incompetence. People will say, oh, well, we tried to sign these players. How many footballers are out there? It's like we can only do one at a time. He knows what he does, Elijah. He knows what he does my mate Wolfie. He knows what he does. Yeah, sure. I don't doubt that that's true. I don't doubt that that's true. I think we need to trust the Don. Well, sure, but you say that. I mean, but we're talking about buying better players than that, aren't we? When you're saying, look how good they worked out, I think Kulu's been very up and down, and so has Bentancur for the last 3 or 4 years. Good players, yeah, but up and down. Oh, there'll be loads that do this. There'll be loads. There'll be loads that say this. Right there, there will. That we tried. There will be, Rooty 2. There will be loads that say we tried. Well, I mean, look, I guess, listen, I agree with you. But for me, it's not so much about trying to get them, because for Spurs to be there, Hincapie must have had some interest. But that doesn't mean we'd be his only interest. You know? Doesn't mean we'd be his only interest. And Arsenal is showing that, right? Arsenal are showing that. Spurs rule. I did say we wouldn't get anyone. It's all a ruse. I think we'll get players. I do. But the longer this goes on, the more of a mess it is. And that's Spurs all over, isn't it? That's Spurs all over. But look how many of the fan base want him. Look how many of the fan base say, good player. No one's saying he's not a good player, but is that what we need? I mean, there's different ways of looking at it. Which summer is worse? Last summer or this summer? I mean, this summer we have brought in 2 good players, but we've also lost Son. Maddison's out for a season. But again, it's another year where we've not done what we need to do. To me, it's just Spurs fans getting a little bit arsey. No, Matt, because we're not Everton. We're in the Champions League. Again, you keep asking for poor players and then you have a go at Daniel Levy. You're all over the place, mate. You just say whatever anyone says, you say the opposite. You're a troll. Well, listen, I get why we need another centre-back because Dragostin's out for a very long time. Van der Ven and Romero have had injury issues their whole career. I get it, but it shouldn't just be centre-back. We should be doing all these positions, right? We should be getting all these positions. Yeah, I mean, look, this is the difficulty. He's almost showing, I don't need all the best players, which is music to Levy's ears in one way. But you can only do this for so long. You can only do that for so long. See, Thomas Frank, for me, is the best thing we've done this summer. Thomas Frank is the best thing we've done this summer. Just think, we had fans that didn't want him. We've got fans that didn't want him. He's the best thing that's happened to this club. Agreed, Daryl. Agreed. I just, look, guys, I want to be as happy about the transfer market as I am about what I'm seeing on the pitch. And I want to come onto these streams and be positive, be happy. I want to have transfer shows where we go, I can't believe we just signed XYZ. But it just always seems hard work. It's always an excuse. It's always an excuse. And again, as I said, this isn't about Hincapie, really, is it? It's not like, oh my gosh, Hincapie's not going to come to Spurs. It's the end of the world. I mean, he might come to Spurs. I don't know. But realistically, when people like Ornstein are saying that he prefers Arsenal, you know, what do you do? What do we do as a fan base at this stage? What do we do? 7 days to go. What will happen is we'll sign someone in the next 2 or 3 days, and then it'll be, see what? It's too late. It's so little. Sorry, too little, too late for me. I mean, listen, when you say ignore the fake news, I mean, just because we don't get the player doesn't mean it's fake news. Does it? Big up, Tony. Yeah, listen, I think people don't understand. There's a difference between saying, oh, Romano's a fake. What? Why is Romano a fake? What? Because he's given news of something that's happening. There we go. So Ben Jacobs has just said, I'll show you what Ben Jacobs has just said. He's not wrong. He is not wrong. Let me bring up these details. Here you go. Look what he said there. He ran in March that Arsenal could spend 300 million this summer and reiterated this number could still happen at the beginning of the window. Total Arsenal spend post Eberechi Eze is 250 million. Leverkusen's asking price for Pierre Hincapie, 50 million. That's a proper football club, isn't it? We don't like them. We don't like them. But that's a proper football club, isn't it? Look what they've done this summer. Let's have a look at Florian Plettenberg's just confirmed this Arsenal stuff. Obviously, he's the main man out of Germany, isn't he? Let's have a look. Here you go, 33 seconds ago. 33 seconds ago. This is what Florian Plettenberg just said. Arsenal are now pushing strongly to sign Pierre Hincapie after yesterday's exclusive news that he wants to leave with immediate effect. Hincapie is keen to join Arsenal. The 60 million release clause is valid and Arsenal are fully informed. It cannot be, hang on, let's see. It cannot be ruled out that he could be available for less than 60 million. Hincapie is keen on Arsenal, while Tottenham are also in the race. I mean, if ever a sentence summed up Spurs, Tottenham are also in the race. I mean, this is just what we do, isn't it? Tottenham are also in the race. Of course. What race are we in? Three-legged race? What race are we in? You notice how, by the way, I fully expect that, by the way, but notice how that doesn't say Spurs and Arsenal are fighting for Hincapie. Notice how he's keen on Arsenal. Spurs are also there. You know, it's you know. Yeah, but Darren, why do they want 70 million? By the way, Sean got this right. Said you're not dealing with Como. You're basically dealing with Real Madrid, who've got the buyback clause. You're dealing with Real Madrid. Oh, for sure, Andy. For sure. As I said, it will matter. It will matter. Absolutely. Let me see if we can get some more comments. I'd take Harvey Elliott. Don't take my word for it, of course. What do I know? But I rate him. Listen, I rate him. I think he's a good player. I think the problem we've got at the moment, we don't have options. Look how many fans, Jamie, look how many fans didn't want Jack Grealish. Rocks up on his debut, home debut, 2 assists. Two assists. We don't want him. We didn't want him. We didn't want him. Why? You got fans like Matt. I do like my Matt. He's funny. Didn't want Grealish. But wants Tyler Dimley. Just, oh, Spurs, you hurt my head. You hurt my head, Tottenham Hotspur. You hurt my head. I mean, who knows what's going on here? Maybe we get the here we go later on. Who knows what's going on? Spurs need to pull something out of the bag, don't we? I mean, maybe not. But right now, as we say it, Arteta's got no excuses. I don't think they'll win the league. But he's got no excuses. Zero excuses at all. He's been given nearly £300 million worth of players and some very good players and squad players as well. They've bought well for the first team and for the squad. That's how you do a transfer window. Yeah, of course. Of course. But every time, by the way, I hear Arsenal won't get this player. I was assured by all the accountants out there, Man U can't afford players, Arsenal can't afford players, Chelsea can't afford players. They are spending like this. They are chopping money. They are throwing money at it. Oh, we're not getting Morgan. If we get Morgan Rogers, yeah, if we get Morgan Rogers, I will take it all back, everything I've said this summer. We're not getting Morgan Rogers, are we? 7 days to go. We're going to rock up and take one of Aston Villa's best players. Can't see it, man. Big up, Kate. How you doing? Said Sava, we are short if we get injuries. Yeah, listen, I agree. I'm concerned if Kudus comes out of this team. If Kudus comes out of this team, then I worry. I truly worry. Yep. Yep. I just don't know people. I just don't know. You're in the Champions League this season. Don't pretend like Spurs are a Champions League club. Well, we don't act like one, do we? Spurs aren't acting like one. We are one, but we're not acting like one. Huge difference. Ghosted. I don't know, mate. I don't know. But they're all saying we're there, right? We're there. Let's be fair. At this stage, wouldn't we all we'd all be surprised if Hincapie chose Spurs over Arsenal, wouldn't we? Big up, Ellie. You're on holiday. Enjoy that Cypriot sun. Frank is a great coach. We've seen his great work. We look a really good unit now. He just needs more addition to the key positions. And I'm so excited. But if we don't, it'll be tough. Listen, absolutely, Ellie. See, comments like this, I don't understand. We stop crying and we are where we are. And we have the squad we have. And if you're a real Spurs fan like me, see, it's not about getting behind them. When people just say that, it's about not buying what we need. I don't understand what's the correlation here. When fans say things like this, it's so silly. Just get behind them. Sure, it's not about that. It's about getting what we need. Yeah, be interesting. Yeah, Daryl, you're right. You're right. Be very interesting. Let's be fair. The Liverpools, the Cities, the Arsenals, the Chelseas, they've done the bulk of theirs. Anything they get now will be a nice to have. They've done the bulk of theirs. Spurs still haven't sorted out the first 11. Big up, Benji. How you doing, bro? Nice to see you, mate. Oh, hang on. Why's my bank messaging me? Okay. Bournemouth in advance talks to sign Disassi. Just so you know. Good afternoon, Sav. Who would have penned the team performing as the only reason why the fan base hasn't gone into complete meltdown? Absolutely, Benji. Because if we had started with 2 defeats, I think more people would be livid with this transfer window. But what will happen, Ben? You and I both know this. When we start losing a couple of games, people will go, oh, where's the players? Where's the squad? Same thing every year. Big up to you, my man. Really appreciate that, man. Thank you. It is what it is. It falls into the category, doesn't it? We've done a poll, said, where will Hincapie end up? Spurs is 13%. Arsenal, 67%. Stays at Bayer Leverkusen, 12%. Somewhere else, 8%. And that's from just under 1,300 votes. Look, I genuinely want this club to be serious. I really want them to be serious. When people say things like you're not a real fan and blah, 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 it's not that. Surely it's the fact that we are all real fans that these windows do hurt us. Surely that's the point, right? Everyone trying to tell everyone else they're not fans. It's weird. Players saw us last season lose 22 games. That's why Ange got sacked. Do you expect anything else when Lang takes a holiday and Levy is fighting back and forth over a few million every transfer we are linked with? Yep. Big up, Mike. Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. With our club, the Paddy Power jokes write themselves. We are a total embarrassment, mainly because of who owns us. It's so frustrating. By the way, apparently Conor Gallagher to Palace is picking up a head of steam. And apparently there's a couple of other Premier League clubs interested in him as well. Absolutely, Jordan. Absolutely. We're a Paulinho injury away from playing Archie Gray regular as number 6. We are a Kudus injury away from playing the same forwards as last season, minus Son and Madders. It's mad, isn't it? This is the best message of the day for me so far. Absolutely spot on. No. That's like saying, do the Man City players get upset when top players are joining the club? Are the Man City, is Odegaard upset that Eze has signed for Arsenal? Or are you looking around going, we need players? I agree. I think he'd be perfect for us right now. Mate, this isn't happening. I genuinely don't think you're rocking up to Aston Villa. I don't think you're rocking up to Aston Villa on the last week of the window and saying, can we have your best player, please? Give or take. I genuinely don't see it happening. I genuinely don't. Don't blame the club for not getting a Rodgers. But there's so many players out there. I'd love this guy. I was told in a WhatsApp group the other day that they don't want him. Loads of people saying they didn't want him. Madness. Mitch, I think this would be one that would definitely divide the fan base for sure. It would definitely divide the fan base for sure. But again, I look at our left-sided options and it's so weak. Oh, for sure. And for sure. For sure. We go to a super chat. We'll come back to your comments. Very generous you lot this morning, by the way. Big up to Coastal Cruise, who said the bar for top 4 has been raised. Levy can no longer float around top 6 squeezing Champions League football every so often. The club must spend on building a squad. This. The bar has been raised. Absolutely. This is a great comment. This is why you build a squad. For everyone going, I didn't want Gibbs White, didn't want Grealish, don't want Elliott. You've got to build a squad. You need players. Ben Jacobs has said, Leverkusen want Hincapie €60 million release clause triggered or matched. However, Hincapie has asked to leave for closer to €45 million. If Arsenal outgoings result in a bid, Hincapie will push to leave under his release clause. Porto remain hopeful of signing Jakub Kiwior on a loan with a buy obligation. We all know what's happening, don't we? We all know Arsenal are going to get that done. Big up to you. This is a great comment, by the way. Really, yeah. Listen, got to have a squad. I have no idea how we do the same thing all the time. I have no idea how we turn our noses up at so many good players that could be squad rotation players. I just don't get it. Alf, so once the season starts, players tend to stay. Listen, it's the hardest time to get players out of clubs, isn't it, Alf? The last week of the window. Rocking up to a club and going, we want your player. Yeah, but we've only got 7 days to replace him. You know, it's the hardest time to get any deals done. Set up a charity to get Spurs. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So we couldn't get Roger Moore. Oh, Roger Moore. What we can't get 007. Yeah, look, it's, as I said at the time, I felt it was a pointless venture. It's a pointless venture trying to go for PAZ. Good player, but pointless venture. Real Madrid hold the key. All I do is talk about Arsenal. With all due respect, fuck off. No, it's not. Got no time for liars like you. I don't only talk about Arsenal. We're talking about Arsenal versus Spurs because we're in yet again for the same player they are. Grow up. What a dick. What an absolute dick. Ronald O from the Royal Oak. Oh, we probably wouldn't get him. We probably wouldn't get him. What makes me laugh, mate, is I've supported Spurs for 40 years as well. I like it when people just say stuff like, just get behind them. It's not what we're talking about. No one's saying don't get behind the team. What we're saying is we want to do better. We want to build and grow. Great signing if Palace get him. Great signing. Him and Wharton in central midfield, that's a great pairing. It's a great pairing. I'll take Paqueta all day long. Hang on, let's see. There's been more news. Crystal Palace, one of several clubs to have inquired about Conor Gallagher on loan. Difficult move to pull off in the final week of the window. Strong chance Gallagher stays. Every deal is difficult to do in the last week of the window. Possibly, mate. I don't know. It can't help, can it? It genuinely can't help. It genuinely can't help, can it? It can't help. Surely if clubs are seeing, oh God, that team lost 22 games last year. Then some players, listen, not all footballers are the same. Some will be put off, some won't. Sure. They're very rich. But it's more about Madrid than them, isn't it? Because Madrid have got the buyback clause. So Madrid could just trigger that for 7 million rather than let him get sold and only get 35 million for him now, right? And I think there is a little bit of this, right? There is a little bit of this. Where is it? Yeah, I can't even get mad anymore. Same year after year. Excuses year after year after year. And you know what will happen? We'll go into next summer and people will do the same thing. Don't worry, the window's not shut yet. Oh, Spurs. I'm not allowed to read that out. I get told off for mentioning Arsenal. Yep. Absolutely. Mate, I'd be all over this, Mike. I'd be all over this. What's he, 40 million euros? All over it. I'd be all over this. Absolutely, Martin. How about the club get behind the team? So us fans have no excuse but to put it on the fans to just support whatever the club does. Absolutely. Lee said he wants Arsenal, apparently. Let's not waste time on players who prefer to join another club. No, I listen. For me, it's, as I said, this isn't about Hincapie. I know. Obviously, that's the latest name, but it's just about the lack of planning, the incompetence. It's just all of it, isn't it? It's really, really hard work. By the way, 400 likes. There's 1,000 of you in here. No, just saying, a few clubs have asked about him on loan. Dan, they're not. I don't think it's a definite, but I think clubs have asked about him on loan. They have signed a lot of players though this year. Atletico Madrid, a lot of players there. I think the difficulty is, Benji, is the injury-prone nature of our centre-backs for the last 3 or 4 years. I agree. For me, this should be, buy a centre-half, but you still got to buy the winger and the 10. I completely agree, mate. I do agree. I do agree. Big up to S19991 said Akaliush and Lookman, such no-brainers. You would think so. You would think so, wouldn't you? You would think it's an absolute no-brainer, right? Akaliush is a quality player. Lookman's a quality player. I just don't know how we don't move. I genuinely don't know how we don't move quicker. I genuinely don't know. Big up to you. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Big up to James Livingston, who said, how a board can think we have the quality and depth to compete on all fronts is beyond me. It's laughable. Keep up the great work, Sava. Love from Oz. Big up, James. Thank you very much. You're right. It is laughable. Surely everyone is looking at this squad going, we need numbers. Now, it's not even at the point of, like, if we get a 10 and a left winger, you've replaced Son and Maddison. Do you know what I mean? Like, where's the squad building before that? So frustrating. Big up, James. Big up to the 2 Mark show. Said, smash that sub button, everyone. Levy doing his usual, mate. 7 days, Mr. Levy. Get us some quality. Big up, Mark, whichever one it is. Big up to the 2 Marks. Yeah, 7 days. It's like a bad Craig David song at this stage, isn't it? Put in the bid on Monday, rejected on the Tuesday. Then we went for the cheaper option on Wednesday. Big up to you. Thank you very much. Big up as well to Finn. Thank you very much, Finn. Very generous. Said, forget Savio. Not worth the gamble. And Rodrigo's staying. Lookman's the answer. Ticks boxes in all departments and is homegrown. Plus Italy equals bankrupt. We need back the Don at the helm. Mate, I'd take him all day long. Listen, I want Savio, but I'd take Lookman all day long. I'd take him all day long. I really, really would. Big up to you, Finn. I'll make you right as well. You know, the money that's needed for those clubs in Italy, it just feels like a no-brainer, but Spurs don't do no-brainers, do we? We don't do it. And that pretty much sums it up. Tottenham are expecting a consideration for interactions for potential. I agree with you, Alan. I agree. I don't see it happening in any way, shape, or form. They sold Ramsey to set aside some of their PSR issues. I can't see them wanting to lose Morgan Rogers. I think it would take a sensational bid to get him. And I can't see it with 7 days to go. Yeah, big up, Rob. Said you could safely say Hincapie's move is not happening once it's learned another club is in for the player. Last win for the player was Gray. Levy-led recruiting is a joke. Yeah, it's tough. We need some news. We need some good news, don't we, Rob? We need some good news. We need a, I hate this word, bomber. As they all say, we need something to happen. It's got to stop being rumours and links and negotiations. We need a Spurs have signed. Boom. By the way, Angus, wherever you are, Angus, you've got to win the league. All this boasting, you've got to win the league, mate. You've got to go and win the league. It's like Santa taking December off. I think I believe in Father Christmas more than I do Daniel Levy and Enoch at this point. Oh, big up to you, mate. That's good. That made me laugh. Yeah, like that. I mean, I get it, right? If City don't want to sell him, I get it. But then move on. Move on. Get someone else. That's not strictly true. That's not strictly true. Let me have a look. That's not strictly true. I think it's a 5 or 6. Let's have a look. Just looking at Tottenham's. So Tottenham have got, where are we? Romero, Maddison, Paulinho, Kulusevski, and Kudus. So we've got 5. I get your point, but we've got 5. 5. Not great, but I don't know. I agree, Rooty 2. I want him. Don't have to apologise for going on about him. I want him. I really, really want him at this stage. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not angry. I'm not upset. I'm just I'm really deflated. I'm really, really deflated. And this is what Tottenham Hotspur do. Guys, girls, I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to do a couple of super chats and then I'm going to leave it there. Let me see who's live, by the way. Let's see who's live and we can redirect you. Customization. Redirect. I'm going to send you all over 1,000 of you to Jim and Kate. Please smash the like button and subscribe. Just before we do, Tony, thank you very much. Said, so where is Lang? He's an absolute joke. Working in the dark, my ass. Listen, absolutely. I think this guy isn't fit for purpose. Completely agree with you, Tony. Thank you, mate. I agree. And big up to Freddie JD. Said Sol Campbell would do a better job than Levy. And on that note, we'll end the show there. Please get over to okjersey.com. okjersey.com above me in this corner here. Smash the QR code or go to the website. Really good quality replica shirts. They're about £15 if you're in the UK. If not, it will vary depending on your currency. Really, really good options. Not just Spurs shirts, by the way, all shirts from across the world for kids and for adults as well. So please go over to there. I'll be back at 6 p.m. with Perchy for the What Are We Doing Here podcast. Then we got the Spurs 5 tonight. But hey, it is what it is. Spurs at the moment are just, I don't know, limping over the line. But please get over to Jim and Kate at the perfect match. Smash the like button. Please say Sava Raid and subscribe to them. Take care, everyone. Much love. And as always, come on, you Spurs.